Good morning, candidates. This is regarding the bipartite settlement for bank employees and officers. The issues agreed so far. This has been received from a candidate who is working as a clerk in a bank, in a public sector bank. This settlement is under Section 2P on Section 18(1) of Industrial Disputes Act. It is covering 12 public sector banks, 10 private banks, 3 foreign banks, and 25 banks. The date of effect is 1st November 2022. The period of settlement shall be applicable for a period of 5 years up to 31st of October 2027. Introduction of 5-day banking government announced coinciding with the signing of the settlement. Wage increase agreed at 17% of the pay slip cost as on 31/3/2022. That is 73,230.25 into 17. That is roughly 12,449 crores for all bank employees. Merger of DA into basic pay, DA up to 8,088 points. Index of July, August, September 2021 to be merged. That is merger of 30.38% of DA plus 3% loading thereon. The new pay scales for clerk will be 24,050. The last amount is 64,480 plus DA plus other allowances. Substaff 19,500. End is 37,815. Fitment in the new scale of pay shall be on a stage-to-stage basis. There shall be no change in the date of annual increments. Updation of pension for existing pensioners without prejudice to the contention of IBA and demand of unions. Ex gratia has been worked out and to be paid with effect from November 2022 for the current settlement period. Special allowance to be merged with basic pay. Stagnation of increments, 2 additional stagnation increments will be granted. Professional qualification pay after reaching the maximum of pay scale, that is 20th stage in pay scales, the clerical staff will get first year 820, second year 1640, third year 2460, fourth year 3280, fifth year 4100. Substaff will get 820, 1640, 2460. The revision of pay, single window operator from November 2022, it is 1680. From April 2024, 1965. Head cashier 2605, 3050. Special assistants 3,925, 4,600. All existing clerks, single window operator A will be designated as SWOB from April 24 and paid a special pay of 1,965 plus DA. All new recruits from April 2024 will be paid SWOB pay, special pay of rupees 1965 after 6 months. That is on confirmation. Officiating pay. It's very interesting. A workman employee other than subordinate staff officiating in the post of officer junior management scale 1 for continuous period of 4 days or more, or an aggregate of 4 days in a calendar month, shall be paid officiating pay of 15% of the basic pay of the person officiating, payable pro rata for each day such officiating. Dearness allowance formula, that is November 23 to January 24. It is DA rate is 15.77. HRA shall be 10.25% on revised pay. When a workman employee is transferred out of station Other than on account of request, he may claim reimbursement of house rent up to 150% of HRA, otherwise payable on declaration basis. Where quarters are provided, HRA shall not be payable, and the rent to be recovered is 0.15% of the first stage of the scale of pay. Transport allowance 850 per month plus DA thereon. Other allowance, cycle or two-wheeler allowance 150 per month. Washing allowance for substaff 300. Split duty allowance 250 per month. Vaulting allowance, clerical staff above 12 lakhs place, it is 1,500 plus day per day, substaff 1,100. And in places with a population of 5 lakhs and above, state capitals 1,360, 900. Lodging expenses for clerical staff 3,000 per day, substaff 1,500 per day. Deputation allowance within the station 4%, for outstation 7.75%. Annual medical aid 2,730 per year. Medical insurance scheme separate subcommittee will be formed. Banks to bear premium for retirees or subsidy to be discussed further. Leave rules, a provision will be made in HRMS for sanctioning authority to record the reason for rejection of leave. Encashment of leave up to 270 days may be considered if this does not involve additional cost. The single male parent shall be permitted to avail sick leave for illness of their child below 8 years, subject to production of medical certificate, to be added under clause 36B of 11th bipartite settlement. Employees can avail sick leave for the sickness of their special child of age up to 15 years for a minimum of 10 days per year, subject to production of medical certificate. For a maximum of 10 days. Women employees shall be allowed to take 1 day sick leave per month without production of medical certificate. Sick leave entitlement 1 month for each year of service with a maximum of 720 days. Maternity leave can be availed for infertility treatment. In case of delivery of more than 2 children in one delivery, maternity leave shall be sanctioned up to 12 months. Bereave leave will be introduced as per SBI scheme. Number of days will be decided by each bank. Leave bank scheme will be introduced. Detailed scheme will be worked out. Special leave for principal office bearers of all India unions 25 days per year. Advance notice for availing privilege leave by office bearers may be waived. For defense representatives, 1 day leave for preparing defense submissions. For employees above the age of 58 years, sick leave may be granted towards hospitalization of the spouse at the center other than the place of work and for a maximum period of 30 days. Grant of maternity leave for adoption of second child. Casual leave may be availed for a half a day on 4 occasions in a year, out of which 2 occasions in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Special maternity leave up to 60 days shall be granted in case of stillborn or death of infant within 28 days. Leave fare concession distance eligibility under LFC once in 4 years, substaff 5,400 km, clerk 4,700 km. Once in 2 years, substaff 2,700 km, clerk 2,350 km. Overtime, existing clause 1416 of first bipartite settlement for the purpose of calculating the amount payable of overtime work. Expression of emolument shall mean aggregate of basic pay, special allowance, officiating allowance, and dearness allowance. To be amended as Emolument shall mean aggregate of basic pay, special pay, PQP, special allowance, HRA, and transport allowance to be discussed since employees are working in CBS in biometric system. OT wages to be paid based on timings available in the system. Working hours and cash transaction hours. Cash transaction hours to be restricted to 1 hour and a half before the close of the working hours. That is 5 hours of cash transaction out of 6.5 hours to be discussed. Expenses while on transfer, compensation for losses due to breakage or damage, where an employee produces receipts or statements of loss in respect of breakages subject to a maximum of clerical staff 2,000, substaff 1,400. Where no receipts are produced, clerical 1,400, subordinate 1,000. Disciplinary action procedure, willful or disobedience of any lawful reasonable order, IBA to send advisory to banks, this thing. Yeah. Duties of clerk, powers as agreed in the working group to be incorporated settlement. Duties of clerical staff to be suitably modified and language given as per the minutes of working group. Improvement in retirement benefits for payment of gratuity and a bipartite settlement. 1 month pay for each year to be paid without any restrictions. Lost drawn pay 12 or 12 months average pay. Provident fund contribution to be increased from 10 to 12%. For computing basic pension, it shall be either lost drawn pay or lost 10 months average. The entire leave encashment should be exempt from income tax. Employees who have joined on or after 1/4/2010 to be brought under index-linked pension scheme or minimum guaranteed pension to be provided under NPS. Credit to NPS account on real-time basis. Entire 14% contribution of management for NPS to be exempt from income tax. Provision of pension regulations and updation pension. Every wage revision. Qualifying service for full pension to be as a central government pension scheme. Full pension to physically challenged employees, irrespective of their years of service. Pension regulations to be amended in tune with provisions of disciplinary action settlement. Clarification to be given for regulation 46, 47, 48 of pension as not applicable to award staff. All disciplinary actions to end on superannuation. A clause to be added in pension regulations. Minimum pension for part-time employees, 1/3, half, or 3/4, to be as per minimum pension for substaff. Improvement in PLI scheme to be discussed further. So these are the points that have been agreed to in the bipartite settlement. Thank you so much.